Let's open day 18 of our advent calendar together. Today's ink is called Vibe, and it's another extreme sheening ink. Okay, let's see what it looks like swatched. I'm excited. Okay guys, I'm back. I gave the ink some time to dry. This is what we're looking like with Vibe. So it's a very, very, very dark blue, but with a very strong green undertone. It's like pretty much the darkest version of a teal you can have in the base color. My camera is picking it up a lot more blue. In person, it's a lot more green toned. I do have to say that. And we obviously have the extreme sheen. Honestly, I feel like the extreme sheen inks have kind of been hit or miss for me so far. I really like Sleigh Ride. I don't really like Grotto. And I'm a little conflicted with this one. I think I like it. I wouldn't say that it's my favorite. If you are into sheening inks, you will definitely love it because the sheen is super intense. I hope you can see that well. I do have to say I am very happy that we actually did get a red sheen this time, because so far we only had green sheens. We do have a green sheen on Cranberry, a little bit of a green sheen on Forest Gâteau. We do have a very intense green sheen with Grotto, a very intense green sheen with Sleigh Ride, a slight hint of a sheen with Winterberry, and finally, not a green, but a red sheen with Vibe. So I do have to say this is definitely something that I love. But again, very, very strong sheen. If you plan on using this ink for art, I would not recommend it because the sheen can kind of dry a little crinkly. Yeah, you can just see the sheen flaking off. Again, this would not happen if you're writing with the ink in your journal. This only happens if you put down very, very thick layers of ink. So if you're an artist, if you plan on doing calligraphy with a very, very broad pen, it might happen. But if you're just using it in your standard fountain pen, it would not happen, I think. But so far this has happened with all of my extreme sheening inks, and I think this is also the reason why I kind of have a bit of a red in my Tundra swatch, and I think it's from here actually, where the ink has just kind of flaked off. But I do really like it. It's very nice. Is it gonna be my favorite? No. And it's also the first one that we do have some smearing, but again, this only happens because the ink is flaking off at places where you put down too much of it. So if you just plan on using it in your fountain pen, I don't think that you will encounter this problem. I can't really speak on it because so far I only have written with 2 other inks and none of these were extreme sheen inks. I only swatched the inks and I haven't really written more than a few words. But I would say this is the first ink where we do have a lot of smearing, so I don't know if this ink will be super useful to me, but maybe it's user error, or maybe it's just that in my swatch there's just so much ink that it flakes off. Again, I can't really speak on that, but personally I really don't think that this would happen if you're just writing in your journal with it. But yeah, what do you think of this ink? Honestly, it's not my favorite, but I do appreciate that we finally have a red sheen and not a green one. But yeah, I would love to hear your thoughts. Also your thoughts on sheening inks in general, and also the extreme sheening inks, because these are really, really strong sheeners. I think if you love sheening inks, you would love this one. But if you're not really into sheening inks, like me, maybe not so much. Yeah, but please tell me in the comments what you think about this ink, and let's see what we get for day 19. Hopefully it's not another sheening ink. Let's see. I hope you will check in with me tomorrow, and goodbye. Bye guys.